Hi, my name is Sandra and today I'm doing a little video on Caesar Leonardo software. The basic stuff, the shapes and so on, and the editing. Right, so we have some shapes drawn on here that I drew with the shape tool, which is down here. This little peculiar shape here, I drew not with the pencil, but with the pen tool. The reason for that is I really don't like drawing with a pencil tool. I can't draw with a trackpad. If you select a pen tool, what happens is you just click and you use nodes. Now, if I tap on here and I'm not quite on the first node, I get a little menu. So it's saying, have you actually finished doing the shape or do you just want to do some more nodes? And if you click on the finish, it will close the shape for you. Now over here on the right hand side, you have a choice. You have a fill shape or you have a stroke, but you cannot have both checked at the same time. If I was to select two shapes, I'm just going to move this one out of the way. If I want to select maybe this shape and this circle here. So if I go to the edit up here, I get different options. We can also go down here and we will have options selected here. So we have weld, we have make compound, and we have release compound. You will only get these options, these flyouts showing if you have things selected. If you don't have anything selected, they won't show. If I click off of here and I go here, nothing happens, no menus, no nothing. If I go to this one, I get some menus up. And if I select this one and I put it over my circle, it looks like it's disappeared, but it hasn't, don't worry. And I can go to this one. This is weld. I don't want to weld it because, well, I won't see the shape which is underneath. So that's the first one I don't want. But this one here is make compound. And you see the little words come out underneath, okay? So make compound. And there we have our actual shape. So this is a circle with a heart cut out of it now. If I wanted to make it so that it has an offset, offset is what it's typically called. Sometimes it's called a shadow layer, but this is how you're going to get your outside line around something if you want it. So you go to edit and you go to build cut contours. And then it asks you what you actually want to do. Now, I don't want to do a print and cut logo. I want to do editable contour, which is a cut only. And the offset amount and the corner style. So you can either have it rounded or sharp. And if I click on sharp, it should keep that point sharp. We'll see. So just going to increase the amount quite a lot so you can actually see it better. It's not very easy to see otherwise. Now you can include holes. So if you had a compound shape with holes in here, you could include those, and you can bring to the front so that this outline here will be in front of whatever you've decided to make a contour from. I'm not going to bother doing that. And you have your contour color as well, so we could change that. Let's go for our blue, say. All right, and now we click on apply. We can look at the wireframe version. So here you can see exactly what you've got. You can move it around. You can zoom in. Let's go to apply. And there we have our heart with the shape around it. Now, if I move that away, you can see that it's a full shape with that heart. And if we want to put it back together, we need to go to arrange, align objects, and I want center. Arrange, align objects, and I want center vertically as well. There we are, it's aligned. Now if I select both of those and I go down here and I go to make a compound, it's going to cut the green heart out of the blue one. And we get a heart ring. This is the rotation tool and it will rotate things for you. And we have this lot of arrange tools down here. So usually there's two ways of doing something. You can usually go up here and do things, and then you can go down here and do things. This one is bring to the front and that one is send to the back. So if I was to put this here, and if I bring it to the front, it brings it to the front in front of the red circle. Right, this is spacing objects. So we have the align center, which is left to right. We have align right, align the top, align center top to bottom, align to the bottom. If I have more than one or two objects selected, if we drag this one out here and we go to this one, it spaced them equally. So there's the same spacing there as there is there. We can group them if we want. We can put them to the center page, or we could move them to origin. So if we move them to the center of the page, I'm going to make these smaller so that they will actually fit on the page. That would make sense, wouldn't it? So arrange, center to page, move to origin. The bounding box is in the left corner now. If I put an object over another object and I select both of those, I can go down here and I can weld them together. So this actually makes it all one shape. You've lost the heart, you've lost the circle. It is all one shape. Release the compound and we have that. And we have this other shape now, which was made. So I could, if I want to, put that in there, and then I could go to compound shape again and make it slightly different, you see, because that wasn't centered within the heart. It's given you a different effect. You have quite a few ways of playing around with shapes using the drawing tools and the contour. So don't forget that build, cut, contours. That is your offset, as well as doing other things when you're doing your print to cut. The build, cut, contours is make your cut lines basically. And it means if, for example, I select this shape, which is a completely new shape now, and I go to edit and I go to build, cut, contours, I have this shape. And I can do my editable contour. I can include the whole because I want to include that bit now. And now I can put, and I'm choosing a rounded one rather than a pointed one. I can put an offset on there. So that is altering the contour of my shape. So I've applied that. And it's altering it. Now, if I select this and I go to my view and I select wireframe, you can see exactly what is going to be cut. So by releasing compound piles and ungrouping, if they still remain grouped together, you can alter things. Now, this one is a compound path. So if I release that there, click off, I can now take this out of here. But make sure, whatever you do, to be aware of that show wireframe. It crops up in a couple of different places because it's so easy to leave on and forget about it. That's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I'll see you again soon. Take care now.